You're back. Good. What can I help you with? You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
It must be. This is the greatest and the kindest arrangement the atoms had in them.
There is a term of endearment they coined for it, in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium.
Ainda nem disse disco Elysium, só que já disseram disco, já disseram Elysium, mas ainda não juntaram disco Elysium. Sim. This world does not deserve a term of
There are
endearment.
those who would call it hell.
What
A
is
term
hell?
of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I feel like I have got the whole picture
Oh.
here.
You want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
Okay.
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways? What shape is this
We
world?
used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona. Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
The pale and what do you mean corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet.
Coronavirus?
That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Okay, and then everything will
I
go
don't
back.
know about things of that scale. My expertise lies in nations and trade routes, one or several layers below everything. But yes, we'll be fine. Don't worry.
She does not seem convinced that you'll be fine. If anything,
Não.
she's realizing how deep your condition runs.
Ela é que é tipo a personagem que serve para explicar como o mundo funciona, principal. You'll be fine. It certainly doesn't feel like
You
I'm
have
fine.
misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's
See?
disco,
Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your
é
arms hang
uma
down by your sides.
representante de uma cena de governo,
The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. What is
The
pale?
Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. Remember, we have a cadaver to attend to.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
What do you mean it's a part of reality?
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering from a recent medical episode.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics. What do
Okay,
you want to know?
thanks,
Anything.
Say,
You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
let's get step fruition, sister.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Shows the
The little
tactics for fruition. Fruition, fruition.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite
Ask
part
for
of the
him to
day.
step away while
Go
we
ahead,
discuss the
ask me
plan.
anything.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Jim, can I talk to the man alone for
Fine.
a sec?
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what is
Are
the
you
plan?
sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is the plan?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Wait, what is an so
Isla is a Messinian
Isla.
word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
Okay, what is the plan?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
The negation of being.
The negation.
That's right. The negation of being.
How much pale is there compared to the
The
world?
Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Sleeping out what determined?
What do you think, Detective?
It's shrinking. There is more and more of the
Oh
world.
no, Detective. It's not. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's not extreme at all. It's going to happen.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same. It doesn't look like you're doing the same. The suggestion was meant in earnest, Detective. Live life.
What are its physical
It's
qualities?
difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension. Right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
The bell can damage the mind.
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Who says and who argues?
Who says and who
The
what?
logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
What does this over radiation
It
feel?
feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more. She's looking out toward the sea. What at? It's hard to say.
Some they call
Who says and who argues?
it feel
It's more for her.
You're
Way
not a
more.
civilian
no
passenger.
nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
You're not a civilian passenger.
She's looking out toward the sea. What at? It's hard to say.
Some they call
Who says and who argues?
it feel
It's more for her.
no nameless detective.
you
Up to
overwhelmed?
my gills, officer.
Is it here?
No, detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isola.
And
An
there?
uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism, a mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
What is
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super Isola. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it? The Western
There
Plain?
are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What is entreprenetics change?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Yes. Aerostatic. What?
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near pale to far pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do
Then
not.
they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Yes. Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I sometimes sense vague shells of a past and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
It will end all.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then
The investigation will be my masterpiece, the one they remember me by.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile, you have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
It was fucking insane.
Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so...
You will have to deal with it, too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you to know.
Right, let's get to work.
Good luck, detectives.
Okay. Suggest.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are. You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Of course.
By the way, I've talked to Everett
You
Claire.
have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I did.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, Corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verne-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick
Yeah.
sides.
Kiểu nộp cân phải
Of course. I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt Verne myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Mr. Everett is helping me find
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this, to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Nope.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there any... Oh,
He's
incredible. Simply incredible.
Mr.
Yes. As you said.
Please, don't get him in a loop. If he gets in a loop, it will last forever. Ask him to say something else, please.
That's wrong. You don't get into loops. Totally slanderous. Maybe you've gotten into one tiny loop once.
Of course. Thank you for the advice. I'm glad you were here to assist. Your other dealings with Everard are still of considerable interest to me.
The lieutenant will be more lenient toward sharing those, hopefully.
Yes, me too. Yes, me too. Open the
A
door.
referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
Yes, a brief.
Such referrals may sometimes get you information from a man like Everard. Did it?
Detective, I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
You didn't seem at all worried about the whole conflict.
I wouldn't have taken Everard for a saber rattler. Was he surrounded by Union men he wanted to impress?
No, it was more like he wanted things to get worse. In secret, of course.
We were alone, and he seems very sure of his ability to keep things in
Or
control.
he wants you and me to believe he's calm and in control. He's a politician.
There's always that risk, man. But if I may offer my opinion, he means it.
Kim's right, I'm pretty sure he
I'll
meant
think
it.
it over, Detective. Thank you for relaying this information to me.
Have I underestimated the Union's ferocity? She has to ask herself by now.
That's all I've got to
What
say.
you've said is quite enough. You've given me a lot to consider, and may have helped me prevent this conflict from escalating. A referral, you... Such...
Detective, I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line.
Yes. That's the talk about town. The Hardy Boys, they're called. Find the name rather amusing, honestly.
Everett is the well-paid mercenaries of the Union.
The company did not send mercenaries after the Union. I told you in great detail about the mistakes my side made. And of course, I accept them completely. I just hope you don't share Everart's view on things. After all, as he said, one's dead now. The Pine certainly hasn't killed any of theirs.
Let's keep it that way, she means to add, but then doesn't.
The main cruise door I opened went to write an article into local
About
paper.
what?
The strike being funded by protection.
One that has apparently driven local shops out of business.
That would explain why the Whirling in Rags, where the Union congregates, is the only bar left open in Martinez. Well, that and Flit. Because...
Nobody fucked with Fred.
Precisely. Don't worry about that article. Regional papers are useless anyway. You probably spared the man his kneecaps, and I can be sure that the local shops have a bone to pick with Everard.
A flash of satisfaction. She can use this in the future to turn the tide against Everard on the streets.
Or ask the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate with
How
the
benevolent. Hopefully they'll help you sort this whole business out, if they haven't already.
We cannot discuss the specifics of an ongoing investigation, ma'am. Besides, you haven't exactly been forthcoming yourself.
That is only fair.
Instead of
Well, I hope it yields something. Otherwise, you'll have opened that door for naught. What you've said is quite enough.
he
You've
asked me to
given me a
deliver
look.
an
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
nowhere.
Of course. To other matters you've discussed, perhaps? Sounds like he has you
Deliver
running
paperback
errands.
novels.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You've been to Martin?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Just like you missed this.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers, we told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine. I'm over-radiated, Detective. I do silly things sometimes, out of pale-related sickness. Like take this job. The moral of the story is...
So it was a factor in her coming to Martinez in the first place. Interesting.
Do not spend 22 days a year in Pale Transit. Don't waste your 20s slumming it with your stupid friends. And don't deliver Everard Clare's mail. Are you satisfied, Detective? What else can you tell me about your mail delivery quest for Everard? Do you think it will improve the place?
He wants to build a youth center here for the children.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it? Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
So years that you can play
Yes.
right?
I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
We'll talk about skills for now.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Shouldn't your bench on my bench?
My love, you did.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
It was your plan all
My
along.
plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
Meaning, the information she has will raise the stakes in this game.
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Do you know something about this statue?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Fine, let's return to
Better
it,
not
please.
tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. That's the man who was killed. I'm
Do you
afraid
know
better
something
not
about it?
tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is... That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient.
Okay, move. Go.
Where?
Look at this ship. Someone has been shot. Of course, they should
There?
know.
Those are old.
What do you mean?
These bullets were fired during the Revolution, over half a century ago. They do not warrant investigation.
Okay, what can you tell me about this?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
Mhm. Okay.
It's getting late, and it's raining. Time to call it a day. The old woman, the buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves. The buzz of
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind? Our tenant, the policeman. I hope
like ocean.
Oh, wow.
our tenant, the policeman. I hope
Logic and reason won't work on this old bat. Better go for shameless emotional manipulation. What's the grandmother's deepest vulnerability? The grandmother card will do the trick. Last chance to turn back.
What's go? What's going to happen to Amy's kids? The twins are
what do
little.
you mean? What's going to happen? We are gonna grow up, of course. I raised my own kids in this village and they are doing fine for themselves.
Didn't end up like the moribund
No,
zombies.
they are good kids. I brought them up the right way.
Are they here?
No, they moved to Faubourg for work.
How do you think Amy's kids are going to do when they grow up?
Well, I imagine they'll grow up and leave too.
You've got her. Now just reel her in.
And then
Then,
look, this village isn't what it used to be. It's been in a dilapidated shit.
you watch your tongue, boy. This village has held up much better than some people. That doesn't mean you're wrong, though. This place ain't what it used to be. Even I can see that. I don't believe the Fat Man's Youth Center is going to change anything. But what other choice do we have? It's not like the coalition government is coming to save us. I won't be around much longer anyway. Not with the dampness in my bones. If they want to take a chance, who am I to stop them?
You've got to put the kids first.
Aye, we do. We do. But how do we do that?
Can start by saying these questions and pretend like
Reluctantly, she takes the pen from your hand, scribbles her name on the line, and hands everything back to you.
See that you didn't just get us all screwed. I might be half blind, but I have a good memory for treachery.
Let's go mail it.
What the document you sign? I read plans to muscle live out with construction.
Huh? I like to see him try. If anything, I am gonna muscle him out with construction noise.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. She doesn't seem surprised by this sudden twist.
Get out of here, trying to ruin my day. And that youth center better be a good one, or you'll have trouble from me. I wield an army of drunks. Do not underestimate the effect of such a force if it's pointed to the right direction.
Oh,
You take the youth center. It's getting late.
good night,
and
Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
the bed is comforting. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature The great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time. The smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is
It's
it?
the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow, I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
What if I want to be the agent of nothing?
It's too late. You're not made of nothing anymore. You're something now, Harry. I tried to drown you in the black water, but you re-emerged, kicking and screaming, running. And for what?
For the money, baby.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Forget politics. I'll never sleep if I keep on.
Are you sure? You could be closing the door on a brilliant and special future for yourself.
Yes, I'm sure I'm very boring and apolitical and sleepy.
Did you hear that? He's renouncing politics. He's strictly business now.
Just another thoughtless vessel, plowing the grey seas of every day.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
Never mind the waves.
Of course. Question time. Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer? Waves are beginning to die down.
Alcohol man.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at them.
Alcohol.
Waves are beginning to die down.
Alcohol man. That's exactly what she needs. Now make her see that.
Now there's a whole shipment of big words. May mankind be plentiful, I guess. Can I get back to my nets now?
She doesn't even understand. You asked her out.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Yes?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches
Must
him
be
do
really
it.
young strength.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
I already said
The
that.
stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
Is little Lily your sister?
Yes. 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 Yes.
That's it? You're being laconic about
It
it?
doesn't look like he knows what that means.
Children has to be.
You're stupid.
Just gonna. Okay, how about the policeman? I see something.
Okay. You're stupid.
Just a second ago, the first one was laughing. Now he's doing. There's no system to this.
You're stupid.
The secrets of understanding the tongues of children.
Hello again. Hi again. So, how are things going?
Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told the government to analyze.
Well, first of all, you're a smart cop, and a smart cop like you would understand if something wasn't quite right. So this should be easy.
What's the
The
gist
gist
of it?
of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind. This is going well. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Well, for
Hi again. So, how are things going?
a number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now get it
The
over.
young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I felt so ill and became the shadow you see now, but before that, I have reason to believe I was a police
But you
detective.
still are.
I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank to Lieutenant Gioferato. Oh, I could have been captain,
What
imagine that.
happened?
This could happen.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast. Shut it. What? I have. I've said that.
Now, obviously that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective
The
left
young
in me.
speed freak is silent.
So, soon I hinted that there's something else going on, that I'm being
Hey
led.
man, who knows what she's on about? I get it. She doesn't want us in the church. She's got something against us. Who doesn't like to dance? She doesn't like to dance.
This isn't the makings of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
The ether in the air, a useful solvent, good for getting an acting agent out of a
Make up your
solution.
mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
The distilled water, cornerstone of a
And
clean.
of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Where is his friend? Did he
What do
lose
you
his
mean, friend?
The other speaker, we have
It's
only
a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
We have no headphones. Wouldn't Cecile need her headphones to spin
What do
tape?
you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
You know, you pop them likely for lab equipment and drug
I'm
ingredients.
sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
That nosepad is here for its active
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
There is no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In church, you try to use a police detective to set up a drug lab
Come on, that's...
against the law.
I meant to say, not true.
So, what are we going to do
What
with
do you
him?
mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
We do this lawman style. First you tell me everything, then I pass
Or
judgment.
else,
Or else I'll call back on the holy wall to the pen for starters.
Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal. Because we do! We totally do! We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
to get our foot in the door.
Whatever you think is right, sir. But please, we were only trying to make a living.
This is it. Judgment time.
It won't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive.
Yeah!
Respectable. I'm really feeling the science right about now.
It'll be tough, but
I
we'll
knew
be
from the
ready.
get-go we could count on you. We can make this work. The dance club will have a future. Goodbye, officer.